Before the SEC got involved in the crypto markets, XRP was the second most valuable digital asset, ahead of ETH. What's affecting the price of XRP has been the SEC. And then the SEC got involved and said, hey, we think ETH is probably okay, and ETH went up. And then they sued Ripple, and XRP went down. You know, this is not how our government is supposed to work. We're supposed to have a level playing field and have, you know, equal opportunity. We shouldn't have our government picking winners and losers in this regard. We think in the long run we'll prevail, and you know, that'll sort itself out. But for now, it's frustrating for the community, and I liked the way you characterized it, for the XRP family.
It's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, you know, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, you know, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. And they finally start to cut rates. And we know Japan is going to start raising rates. And those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging market. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto move up early this morning. As I'm doing this video, we are pulling back slightly. And don't forget, we have CME opening tonight. We know it's going to move the market. And then, of course, once yield rates get to moving in the morning, it's going to be moving the market again. And I expect a lot of volatility, like I told you. Now we have Ethereum flips Costco. And guys, we have a lot of these crypto projects. Like I stated yesterday, their market cap is bigger than a lot of these corporations that's been around for 20 and 30 years. And this technology that's coming in the fourth industrial revolution, you can have 2 to 5 people employed in a company and become a billionaire. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates on Friday down. We had the dollar down on Friday. Right now, we have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $197 billion on Friday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And we walk into December. I think the Fed meets the 17th and 18th. If they do cut rates, of course, we're going to get more liquidity, and that's going to end the year off with a pump. And we'll see at the beginning of the month whether they're going to try to price it in. And that's the reason why it's so important to make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. Now, guys, I know you've heard from a lot of friends and family calling you, asking you about crypto. These same people that you had educated years and years ago, and they're coming in trying to do what? Chase dead money. And they're going to come at these highs, and we're going to get a correction. And because they don't understand the technology, they didn't take the time out to understand what Bitcoin and crypto is going to be used for. Of course, they're going to sell and blame it on you that they lost money instead of taking the time out, understand the technology, and say, okay, I can sit here and hodl. We've seen this movie before, but remember, guys, money is just an illusion. And that's the reason why we have all these meme coins, because people are in here chasing the money. Everything that the Most High gave you, He gave you for free. It costs nothing for you to live on this earth. But unfortunately, you have a few people that want to take possession of land that they don't own, the oil and gas that they don't own, water, lights that they don't own, and make you pay. So therefore, you're enslaved to the system. And when the elders don't speak up and fight, of course, the next generation pays the price. You can go on social media right now and watch tribes living. You don't have to worry about reading it in a book. You can go see them live. Remember, technology can be used for good or evil. You definitely can be enlightened if you're looking for educational material. And that's what these algorithms are all about. They're sending you junk. But the digital economy, the fourth industrial revolution, you hear banking the unbanked, and we know, guys, it's enslaving the unslaved, and then programmable money, it controls the sheep. They'll be able to tell you what, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And remember, I always tell you, the economy is the hidden weapon. And we have Chainlink giving Swift all this information. They have the all-seeing eye. So they'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. And we know with all these satellites, they'll be able to watch the whole planet. And we know that is biblical. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum spot ETFs on Friday. We had BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin spot ETFs were up. Ethereum spot ETFs were at the highs, but then pulled back. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Ripple CTO David Schwartz speaking out against Operation Choke Point 2.0, and government has become addicted to indirect regulation. But remember, guys, this is all part of the plan. Don't forget, David Schwartz worked for the NSA. Guys, this is all part of the plan to get us moved over to this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. They want to break up every single sector, so therefore they can bring in all this technology. We know the big corporations and big banks were behind crypto from the beginning. Look up any crypto project, and you'll see the big banks and big corporations funded them, so they can't be against it. And we know government has the politicians, and they're paid puppets. Who are they getting paid by? That's right, the big corporations and big banks. But they have to take you through this in order for the sheep to get moved over without them even knowing. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, the Hegelian dialectic is undefeated. And then lastly, guys, we have Grayscale cryptocurrency holdings have significantly increased by over 85% in November, as altcoins like Stellar and XRP registered triple-digit gains. And we know XRP and XLM are basically the same protocols, but when you look at Ripple, Ripple has made this final step with that stablecoin in order to act as a bank. And we know XLM is over in the emerging markets, ready to take over. We have Franklin Templeton that's moving billions on Stellar. And we know XRP and XLM, these are protocols that are ready to work now. And over these next 3 years, they want to implement this real-time settlement for the globe. And they need plenty of liquidity. And what are the perfect protocols? Ripple, XRP, and XLM. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the new World Order book, plus the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.